Hi, everyone. Good evening. I hope you had a wonderful Sunday today, despite the snow. My name is Maria. I'm a makeup artist and clean beauty expert, and today I'm here to talk to you about how to switch over some of your personal care and cosmetic products to cleaner, safer ones without the overwhelm. So my thoughts are this on about the green beauty industry. It has gotten really noisy out there, and I know a lot of people are looking to switch over to something a little bit better. Usually health is a priority, but also it could be the environment as well that you care for, but I find that it's usually the health that comes in first. And you want to do this, but sometimes it's not easy to choose what to switch over to. So because there are so many products to choose from, and I want to apologize, I guess, for the green beauty industry as a whole, but I find that they're pretty much getting up there in the confusion factor, just like the conventional beauty industry has done in the past. So once again, women have found themselves being heavily marketed to. We have found ourselves looking at 20-year-old something models that are selling these green skincare and cosmetics, and we feel like perhaps we need to be looking like that, or that if we start using this product, we are going to look like that. So that's one thing. And the other thing too is that there's a lot of just really bad advice out there. I know I was listening to a podcast the other day by an influencer on Instagram that has now started doing podcasts. I'm not going to say who it is, but yeah, this person is young, beautiful. She gets paid a lot of money to model with these products. And yeah, and I was listening to the podcast and I was just shocked when she said that I just threw out all my old products and I just got new ones. So simple as that. I know for a fact that this person does not have children to look after. So that could be a factor when money comes into play, right? Like, your money is only going to go so far, and you want to actually make some cleaner choices, but you also don't want to be making crazy choices, and you don't want to be throwing everything out, because the thing is that you've already gone out there and bought all these things, and they're already in your hands. So, what are you going to do with them? Go fill the landfill? I don't know. So my advice would be to finish up what you have, and then one by one look into making some cleaner changes. Okay, so the advice that I wanted to give you today is what to switch out first, and then what to do with your old products, and then what to look for in new products, and then perhaps a few suggestions of where to shop. All right, what to look for and where to shop. So let's start with the first one. So what to switch over first? I would probably say if you're looking to make some changes in your home, start with something simple. So maybe change out your hand soap that your family uses. I think that's a really easy switch to make. Choose something that does not contain synthetic fragrance. Maybe get some Castile soap. That's really easily accessible and it won't break the bank. And you can just kind of fill up all your pumps around the house and do that. So that's my example of a really easy switch if you want to do that for your household. Now, when it comes to yourself, when it comes to your personal, your skincare and your personal I guess, beauty products, what I would say is start with your kind of bigger real estate items. So these would be the items that go on the bigger areas of your body. So perhaps you want to switch over your body lotion first. That would be something that maybe your whole family uses or your partner uses. Or start switching over things that are going on your face, like in the entirety of your face, okay? So I would probably say first, switch out your face wash. Face wash can be one of those products that you actually just have on your face for a few seconds, but it can actually, depending on what it is, it can actually destroy your skin. So start with face wash, and then, move over into moisturizer. Again, that's covering your entire face. and perhaps your sun cream or your SPF. Okay, so that would be in the skincare department. So face wash can really easily mess things up if it's really harsh. So start with that, and then go into a moisturizer, and then look into having a cleaner SPF. So if you're moving into makeup, I would definitely say foundation. So think again of something that's covering your entire face. So foundation would be going everywhere. So that's a good one to start with. All right. It also creates that base for other things to go on top of. And same with your moisturizer. So if you've already switched to your moisturizer, and perhaps you feel a little bit good about that, at least your foundation is going onto, moisturized skin that, has, you've been using a better product already. So those would be some of the items to switch out first, all right? So think of the larger body areas, shower gel, body lotion, and then think about your face wash, moisturizer, sun cream, and also your foundation if you wear it. That would be great, because that is actually going over your entire face. These products also create kind of a barrier for us to actually go outside and protect ourselves from the elements, from the sun. Today we had snow, so you never know, right? So you're kind of like creating a shield, and then you're like, okay, I'm ready to face the day. All right. So that's number one. Okay. So what to switch out first. Now, when exactly to do that? I would probably say just do it as these products are finishing up. So switch it out one by one. You ran out of face wash, replace it with a better face wash. You ran out of body lotion, do the same for that. Or the spring is here, and we are looking to make some, some changes around the house. I don't know, maybe air out the duvets, wash the curtains for the windows. Do the same for your skincare and cosmetics. So have a look at the stuff that you have in your medicine cabinet or in your makeup drawer. Have a look at what you're using. Have these products expired? So if they haven't finished and you're not looking to replace them, maybe you're looking to replace them because you've had them for way too long and they've already expired. Okay, open them up, smell them, see if they smell okay, and then if not, if anything is funny, if the color looks weird, pump it on your hand. Does the texture look a little bit off? So just scrutinize a little bit, and then just if you're not sure, it's better to just get rid of it, all right, and replace it. Now, what if you have some stuff that you know that you don't want to be using? And as I said before, I'm not going to tell you to throw out things, because that's just not smart, financially, right? And so what are you going to do with it? So let's say you're like, you know what, I haven't been happy with this product. I want to switch it out. I have a lot of this soap, this soap that I don't want to use anymore. And it's still okay. It's still in okay condition. It hasn't expired. I would probably say pass it on to someone. Pass it on to your friend. Is there, like a local community center that needs hand soap? Does your office at work, do they need an extra pump of soap in the kind of joint kitchen, if you have that, or in the bathroom? Or maybe you have a friend who just loves skincare and cosmetics, and she'll take it off your hand, especially if you haven't really used most of it. All right, so there are some options. All right, now with those old products, so what do you do with them? All right, so what do you do with these products? So let's say, all right, so let's say you have the jars and the containers of the stuff that you've finished. All right, so what you want to do is you want to actually decide if this packaging, if these containers are recyclable. So I would probably send you over to the City of Toronto page. We have kind of a garbage and recycling page on there. Go have a look on there and see if the type of plastic or the type of container that you are left with, because when you start cleaning things out, you're going to be left with some stuff. Are these things recyclable? And then you can also consult the Waste Wizard. The Waste Wizard is also accessible through the City of Toronto. If you go into the recycling and kind of garbage little subheading. All right, so Waste Wizard for things that you don't know what to do with. So you have, let's say you have an expired or really old mascara, punch it into the Waste Wizard. It's gonna shock you what the answer is. But if you're unsure, don't throw it in the recycling bin, because we just end up messing our city's recycling. So have a look at that. Now, if the jars are half empty, or let's say it's expired, and you still have some product in the jar, what I do is I take a little bit of paper towel and I just go in and just kind of wipe my jar clean. Remember that if you don't want to repurpose your jars, you need to recycle them, but they need to be clean to recycle them. So I think I would be most likely to just scoop the product out and put it in the garbage, then just start washing it down the drain. You're wasting water, and I think it's just better not to put things down the drain that we're not sure what they are, all right? Especially if it's a conventional product. So yeah, what to do with old products, right? So clean them out, clean out your jars, and then just recycle or put in the garbage, and off they go, all right? Now, what do you want to look at for new products? So again, what you decide to buy is going to be up to you, and this is where your own kind of morals and ethics for the greener products come into play. We do seem to be calling products green, even when packaging is not coming into play. So if packaging is big for you, you might want to look into that when you're purchasing something, or you might just be big into the ingredients, all right? If you're big into the ingredients and you're doing it for health reasons, for yourself, for your family, just look for simpler ingredient lists. And I don't mean, like that you're going to go on there and be able to pronounce everything. I don't think that's realistic, because sometimes we do get the scientific name of something like lavender, or something else that could be natural, and you still might not be able to pronounce it. So I just think like a shorter ingredient list. I think that would make me feel a lot safer. You don't need like 30 ingredients in your product. So, and yeah, sure, you should have a basic understanding of what these ingredients are. So have a look at the label and choose something that's simpler. If you're into cutting out fragrance, which would be one of the bigger things that I would tell you, cut out first. So this is like synthetic fragrance. So any label that says parfum or fragrance, you're going to want to avoid that. So you could always start there. Or maybe you want a gentler cleanser. Maybe you want something that doesn't have SLS. So look for a different type of foaming ingredient. A lot of the foaming ingredients now are derived from coconut. So have a look at that, as long as it doesn't say like sodium lauryl sulfate. So again, this is personal on what you want to cut out. Now, if you are vegan, or you're looking for organic or cruelty-free, these are also labels on the packaging that might be important for you. So when you're purchasing something, you're going to want to look for those. Look for that organic certification if that's important for you. Don't just look at someone saying it's organic, but you need something like, how is it organic? What does it contain? And does it have some kind of certification? Same with cruelty-free. Do they have the bunny on there, right? So have a look at that, and and just remember that cruelty-free does not include insects, all right? So if you're getting a new lipstick, it still might contain carmine, which is derived from the cochineal female insect, which is a type of beetle. So again, have a look at all these things, right? If you are vegan, you might not want honey. So again, what you are going to look for, I think, is up to you, but these are just some suggestions that I want to give you for something to think about. If you're big on packaging, you're going to choose glass. So the ingredients have come a long way, but I still find that a lot of companies, to keep their costs down, they also package their beautiful products in unrecyclable pumps, unfortunately. So if you want to, if that's important for you, you're going to just go to glass, or go to something that can be repurposed or can be refillable. There's a lot of these eco-living stores now around the city popping up in all different neighborhoods. So you might be able to take your containers in, wash them, dry them, and go in and just refill it with something else, another clean product. So, and now in terms of where to shop, I'm always here to answer any of your questions. I do free 20-minute consultations virtually, maybe like this. Maybe you want to do a video, or maybe you want to do the, just a cell phone, a phone. I was going to say old-fashioned phone, but I'm saying it's a phone, a cell phone, all right? And you want to chat with me about something and want to switch over. As many of you know, I have a shop at greenbeautyexpertstore.ca, and I support just Canadian lines, and I'm trying to actually look more closely into packaging and kind of really get serious on that for myself and also for my business. But a lot of just kind of simple to navigate pages. I don't have a lot of product, but I have some stuff on there that I really love, and I support, and I really like who makes it and how they make it, and kind of their whole mission behind why they make their products like that. So you can also try that out. If you know that there's a product or a brand that you already love, you can also go on well.ca. Just keep in mind that well.ca does not have all clean green options. So you can go on there and get, I don't know, your favorite Helena Lane moisturizer, but you can also go on there and buy just a conventional, I don't know, laundry soap. So it's a little bit confusing when you go on there. They sell everything. So, just kind of keep that in mind. So also some other places around the city that are kind of popping up. We're going to have here in the Junction, we're going to have a refill store coming up on May 1st. So keep your eye around if you are around my neighborhood. It's really exciting. I think we do need something like that, in the area. And if you're outside of Toronto and you will need some recommendations, I can always send you to the websites of several of these brands, and you can have a look and also put an order in with them. All right. So, yeah, I don't know if you have any questions, or maybe you'll watch this later and you'll have some questions for me later. All right, but these were pretty much my thoughts on the matter. So it is spring. It's time to look into what's been collecting in your makeup drawer and get rid of some stuff, or minimize, or just have a look at what has expired and what needs replacing. So switch out the bigger real estate items first, your body lotion, shower gel, foundation, moisturizer, SPF, and then after that, have a look at what you want to do with the old products that are remaining. Do you want to just, I don't know, pass them off, or if you feel okay getting rid of them, again, that's up to you. I gave some tips on that, so just review how to do that. Go on the City of Toronto page, go see what you can do with those containers, and put them in the appropriate place. And then what to look for in the new products that you're buying. Again, you need to be your own you need to be your own scrutineer. You need to have a look at your labels. No one is going to do that for you, although I would love to do that for you. I actually do love doing it. So if you have any questions, I'm always here for you. But again, it just depends on what's important for you. If you're vegan, if you're looking for organic, if you're looking for cruelty-free, again, these are up to you. Or if you're looking for cleaner packaging, something that can be repurposed, the sky's the limit. There's a lot out there. So if you need a hand, and if you need any advice, remember, you can always drop me a line on my business page at Maria Velve Green Beauty Expert, or on social media at Maria Velve. I'm on Instagram, and you can also go on my website, greenbeautyexpert.ca, and book that free 20-minute consultation if you have a quick question that you just need the answer to. All right. Thanks for watching. Thank you so much, everyone. Have a fantastic Monday tomorrow. Off to bed I go. All right. I'll talk to you later.